Hello friends, welcome back to the series Fix the Risk of Committing Common Errors in English. We were doing errors pertaining to subject verb agreement and this is part 3. We were doing problems and their solutions related to subject verb agreement. In the last part we dealt with 3 problems and their solutions. Number 1, too much separating subject from verb. Number 2, indefinite pronouns and the verb. And number 3, distributive pronouns and the verb. So let's continue with the 4th problem, which is related to separators. In the last part we learned how to use the verb with distributive pronouns either and neither, but there is difference between either and either or and neither and neither nor. When or and nor is added to either and neither, they become separators instead of distributive pronouns, and here begins the problem because the verb used with the separators either or and neither nor can be singular or plural. But we have got the solution. When or and nor is used with either and neither, or say with the separators either or and neither nor, the number of the verb is decided by the subject closer to the verb. For example, either my mother or my sisters are going to see the literature festival. In this example, we have got 2 subjects. Subject number 1, my mother, is singular, and subject number 2, my sisters, is plural, and our main verb is going. Now try to find out which subject is closer to the main verb. Obviously, subject number 2, my sisters, is closer to the main verb and it is a plural subject. That's why we have used the plural verb are. For more practice exercise, refer to page number 9 of the book, Fix the Risk of Committing Common Errors in English. Problem number 5 is related to indefinite number or quantity plus of plus noun. Like all, some, a great deal of, plenty of, a quarter of, 2/3 of and 3/4 of. Now, such phrases which are formed by adding of plus noun to indefinite number or quantity create problem because they can be singular or plural depending upon what they are referring to. But we have again got the solution. Be careful while choosing a verb to accompany such pronouns. Ask yourself if the thing referred to is countable or uncountable. If it is countable and plural, the verb will be plural, and if it is uncountable, the verb will be singular. With uncountable nouns, we always use singular verb. Remember, with uncountable nouns, we always use singular verb. For more information on noun, refer to chapter number 2, that is noun of the book, Fix the Risk of Committing Common Errors in English. We'll better understand it by examples. We have got 2 examples here. Some of the oranges are missing and some of the water has been used. In the first example, we have got a combination of indefinite number of plus noun, and in the second example, we have got combination of indefinite quantity plus of plus noun. In the first example, some is an indefinite number because it is referring to countable noun, and in the second example, some is indefinite quantity because it is referring to uncountable noun. That's why in the first example we have used plural verb because here some is referring to countable noun which is plural, and in the second example we have used singular verb because here some is referring to uncountable noun which is singular, and uncountable nouns are, with uncountable nouns we always use singular verb. There is also an exception to this rule that is related to loads. If loads is followed by an infinitive, not of, the verb for the subject would be singular. Remember, an infinitive is considered equal to a singular noun. For example, there is still loads more to do. Now in this sentence we have used a singular verb because loads is not followed by of but an infinitive. But remember, if of is used in the sentence, despite the fact that it contains an infinitive, the verb used will be plural. For example, there are loads of things to do. Though in this sentence we have used infinitive to do, a plural verb has been used because loads is followed by of. Problem number 6 is created by parenthetical words and phrases. There are some words and phrases like together as well as, along with, in addition to, no less than, more than, etc., which are parenthetical because they are an additional information. That's why they are called parenthetical, and they create problem because they can be singular or plural. The solution is simple. Two nouns connected by parenthetical words or phrases take the verb according to the first subject. For example, the designer as well as the executors of the plan is going to prison. Now look at this sentence and try to find out, is this correct or is there any error? Let's look at it deeply. The designer as well as the executors of the plan is going to prison. In this sentence we have got two subjects, the designer, which is singular noun, and the executors, which is plural noun. And these two subjects are with these two subjects we have used parenthetical phrase as well as, but our verb is singular because we have decided the verb according to the first subject, which is a singular noun. For more practice exercise, refer to page number 11 of the book, Fix the Risk of Committing Common Errors in English. The book Fix the Risk of Committing Common Errors in English is available nationally and internationally at www.commonerrorsinenglish.com and all major online stores. That's it for today, friends.